Hey, Tarot fam. This is a viewer request. Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez. Now, I don't know a whole lot about either of these two, but my sister looks a whole lot like Selena Gomez. No joke, not even kidding about that. So let's take a look at that right after this intro. Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I am Annabelle. I am a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. And in this video, we are going to take a look at a little sweetie pie love relationship. We're going to look at Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez. Adorable couple. I have total hair goals for her. There's no way I'm ever going to have hair like that. I would need to get a Selena Gomez wig. But they are in a relationship, and this is a reading that a lot of people have asked me to just kind of tweeze apart the situation. There's some pregnancy rumors that were going around for a little bit. I think they've been debunked, but we'll take a look at that. But one of the things that I really thought was super cute was there's a People article that just came out a few days ago. Benny Blanco says he was the last one to know he and Selena Gomez were in love. Gregopedia and I had a very similar relationship. Most of you that have followed me for some time know that my husband and I have known each other since we were kids. Our moms were best friends when we were growing up, and we only recently got together in the last 10 years. And we were basically dating for 2 years, and everyone knew but us. So, go figure that one out. But anyway, so we're going to take a look at Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. And I'm not going to make any assumptions, assertions, anything like that. I'm just going to read this just like I would for any of you. And while I'm at it, if any of you want to get your own magical love reading, you can do so at the link in the description of this video. There is a scheduling link. There's a whole bunch of different readings you can get. We can talk about love. We can talk about past loves. We can talk about future loves. I can identify that super handsome Prince Charming that may be rolling around the corner at you. So you can set that up. And I would love to see some of you in there. But for now, let's look at Selena and Benny Blanco. We're going to do a little bit of tarot. We're going to do a little Lenormand, I think. I've been doing more and more Lenormand on my channel at your request. But again, this is a viewer request, so let's see what we get. We're going to take a look at the relationship as a whole. And I just dropped a card. As always, I dropped two. We got Sloppy Shuffle going today. And we got some cards that fell out. Love those sloppy shuffles. Just jiving the deck back together. Sometimes when our decks get separated, we got to jive them back together like that. So let's see what's what. We're going to look at this in a big old Celtic cross. I used to not do Celtic crosses that often on my channel. Oh, that's interesting. But I'm getting more and more into doing the Celtic crosses here. Reason being is that it's pretty comprehensive and it gives us a nice overview. I'll do this in my private readings as well. So I don't like what's going on here. This is a little bit interesting. This is a brand new relationship. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse? We may have to clarify this and see what's going on here. I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying. And over here, we've got conflict. What's in the past is a peaceful home. So we may have to look a little bit more about this. And there's some closed-mindedness in the near future. So I think there was some kind of a situation, some kind of a disagreement. And to be sure, we're reading the energies that are in play right now. It's Sunday morning on the East Coast. Well, Sunday afternoon on the East Coast. It's 1:30 in the afternoon on Sunday. Maybe there was a fight last night. Maybe there was some craziness that went on. Who knows? This might be what's going on at the moment. But it looks like nobody's talking to each other at this moment right now. And under the surface, we're considering where this relationship is going to end up. Do we have to go in the same direction? Do we have to go in a different direction? Is it not ideal for us? Up here, everybody's a little bit angry today. So again, I'm going to specify it's Sunday. So was this a tiff? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm just gonna say, guys, I think they had a little bit of an argument yesterday. Not a big deal. It's just a bump in the road. Let's clean this spread up. They're gonna make up. They're gonna make up by the end of today. So if they're on the West Coast, what is it? 10:30 in the morning. It's bright and early in the morning. So somebody may be getting some coffee and a rose and a little vase, bringing that to someone, breakfast in bed. So are we going to get through this tiff? So somebody's going to be a little cold for a good portion of the morning, but we're going to get through that just fine. Everyone's cooler heads will prevail. It was no big deal. I think we're going to be saying, you know what, there was just a lot of emotion in the situation, a lot of activity. There were a lot of personalities that were playing into a situation. I'm definitely getting the sense that there was another party that, I don't want to say interfered with the relationship, because that takes us to a whole other thing. There was just somebody there that kind of played on Selena's insecurities. I'm just going to say that. I don't think that it was a purposeful thing, but it was somebody who kind of played on her insecurities. And the individual who was coming in is not such a great person, kind of a thoughtless person, but not necessarily like a mean and destructive person, but kind of a thoughtless person. So there's some of that going on. Cooler heads are prevailing. I think it's just a bump in the road, no big deal. So let's move forward in the future. We can do this with tarot. We can do this with mediumship. We can do this with remote viewing. We're going to move forward in the future ship. In the future ship? Future ship. In the relationship. And in fact, we're going to put my selenite there and just clean that deck out. We're going to switch over to Lenormand. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you haven't hit the like button, please do it. Flowers, mice, heart, letter, mountain, fish, book, house, key. So I do think that this Lenormand spread is letting us know that there is some substance to this relationship. Energetically, the foundation is very, very good. I think they have a lot of uh, cultural vibe. I want to say cultural vibe that's very much in alignment, meaning that their family lives are very similar. So if they have like a big crazy New Year's Eve party, like her family has a big crazy New Year's Eve party. This isn't fact, but I'm just saying, traditions that they have. If they spend every Thanksgiving in the south of France, because they don't want to do the Thanksgiving thing, they both did that. Oh, it's amazing. We just never met on that kind of thing. Maybe every birthday somebody, they decorate the house with balloons or something like, it's very, very similar things. And they, in the relationship, they keep kind of tripping over these things and go, oh my God, I can't believe you did that too. My family does that too. My mom always put a heart in my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So they find that there's a lot of fundamentals that they have in common. Where they run aground, where things get sticky, is when other people come into their orbit and start offering up information, details. That's when things get a little bit dicey. And that's when I believe Selena starts to tuck and run and starts to kind of back out of it to preserve herself from getting hurt again. There is something in her, whether it's from past relationships or not, that she finds a good thing and then she's very, very careful about finding out anything about that person that is sketchy. So red flags, little pink flags, maybe in the past that she didn't miss, they are huge for her at this stage of her life. She really does not want to walk into any relationship, be it with a romantic partner or even with a friendship partner. She is very, very careful about the curating of her friend list. She just doesn't want anyone in there that is inauthentic, or sycophantic. She does not want that. There's a humility about her that's really very charming. She just is really a very, very talented, very beautiful young lady. The stress is on lady. So, she kind of goes through these cycles where she says, okay, I can relax, things are good, everything's great. And then she starts to worry about some of the little flags that she's seeing, some of the little things. Are they indicative of bigger things? And then she falls in love all over again. So she goes through these cycles. And that can be very taxing for another person in the relationship. So it's really important for her to kind of, we all ride waves in our life. We all have, waves of energy and chaos and great things that run through our lives. But she really needs to ride that wave of insecurity and eliminate that insecurity. So if I had advice for Benny, I would say, put her at ease. Make sure you put her at ease. And it seems like it's a lot of work, but she's worth it. This is a gal that's worth it, because when you gain her loyalty, she is loyal to the end. So she will ride or die all day long. And she's looking for that special romantic partner. She is looking for someone to be able to rely on and walk in lockstep with them into their future, into a more mature adulthood, into a business, cooperative marriage relationship. She's looking for that and she's open to it. But you have to make sure that you do treat her like a lady. There's something about treating her like a lady and being very chivalrous, even if she is somewhat a feminist. There's something about being chivalrous with her that I think is really important, and I think that does come from the way that her father treated her. So, for better or for worse. So this is what we have in the past, and the foundation of the relationship, these cycles of insecurity that does crop up. Now, in the immediate, we have information. Now, this might be the fight that we just saw from last night in that other spread. So information comes in and creates a roadblock. Mountains are roadblocks. Letters are information. The fish, again, is prosperity, and it's opportunity. It's things to work with. There may be a forgiveness thing, but there's looking back at the situation and kind of remembering this. And like, it's almost like she's putting a post-it on the relationship. I'm going to remember what happened that time. I'm going to remember the way he responded. I'm going to remember the person that did that, the person that said something. So she's got to get rid of these post-its. You can keep a post-it on everybody else, but until Benny gives her the reason to not trust him, I think she's got to throw her caution to the wind. She's got to be open to some certain extent. So, and we come down to the future here. So information, the unopened book are secrets that are concealed, things that are concealed, that are unavailable. She needs to make the decision of whether or not the secrets are worth opening. Is it worth probing? Do you want to root around in his phone, in his closet, in his car to find out things that he may not be telling you? Let those things unfold naturally. Everyone has a past history, a whole bunch of notches on their bedpost, a whole bunch of relationships they've been in, a whole bunch of good things they've done, a whole bunch of crappy things that they've done. So she's got to throw that out, and she's got to realize that this is a new start. This is a relationship between them. She doesn't have to be worried what happened in the past. She doesn't have to be worried what he's done in the past. It's what he does from here on out. And that, if she can throw this out, if she cannot worry about the secrets that she is undiscovered secrets, let's put it that way, unsolved mysteries. If she can put that aside and go, I trust him, then she's going to find the sanctity and the key. With the house and the key, she's going to find the sanctity and the key to where she can lean into this relationship. I think this relationship potentially could have legs on it. I think this is something that potentially she could find someone who's a really good partner. Now, there's something about him that he's not in the right age group with her. It's almost like he is an older soul, and a guy that is just, and I don't know what the age gap is, but it's like he's of a different generation, so he's going to bring some different sensibilities and different behaviors to the table. Let's do a little Lenormand spread on him real quick. Again, I think he's a producer. I really don't know anything about him. The picture I'm looking at, he's got this crazy like flowery jacket on. It's pink and like orange, and you know, I mean, he sure looks cute enough. I'm not a facial hair kind of gal, but he sure looks cute enough. So we got flowers. And we got Anchor. He is looking for that special miss. He is thinking about really children. Like that's something that he's thinking about. There's our mountain and our fish again. Guys, it's a big deck. And there's the gentleman. And birds are talking. We've got lilies. And we've got a snake. We've got a snake. So for him, this is just for Benny. Okay. So Benny has good things in place. His career is on track. Things are moving forward. He is looking for the progeny, for the next project. This isn't necessarily children. It doesn't have to be children, but he is looking for the next project, the next thing that he's going to cultivate and build and make awesome. Here in the immediate, we've got the mountain again. This is our fight that we just saw last night. The fight, what happened last night? This is the fight we saw last night, and having some battered feelings about it. You know, being concerned that this is a harbinger of things to come in the future. And he's really focusing on himself. He wants to make sure that he comes through this, that he's done all the right things. Here, people are talking about it. So I'm not going to be surprised if we see something in the news about, hey, they had a little bit of difficulty. They were in an event. Things happen. But I think it's going to pass. I think they're going to show up just walking down the street on a sunny LA day and go get some gelato or ice cream or whatever, you know, I don't know, lactose intolerant, whatever. Some icy, some delicious frozen fruit bowl, whatever. We're going to see that. But then we're going to see this serpent come out. Okay, so this may be an Inquirer article. If someone says, "Oh, Benny Blanco and I like had a thing, like we had words," and Selena acted like a total idiot. We may see something like that in the future. What's our best bet for it? I mean, if he's got some gal who's going to pop up in the past, he needs to reaffirm his commitment to Selena, assure everyone that he is the cavalier and that she is something that he is into, and that he's not going to withstand any of these attacks on the relationship or attacks on him with the birch rod. He's going to hit back just as hard as someone hits him. So I think that's good. I think we're going to get some chivalry here. I think that absolutely is what's going to happen. Let's take a look and do some future casting. We're going to use my sparkly deck here. What is best advice for this couple? What is some good advice for them? What do they need to know to have a successful relationship together? So we are going to go one for one. Understand that while Benny is supportive and while the foundations of the relationship can be very strong, we need a leader in this. We can't have two sidecars. We need to have someone. They need to decide who's going to be the primary decision maker here, who is going to kind of lead the four in this relationship. They also need to discuss what are their hangups. I don't mean hangups in like a creepy, weird, proclivity sense, but I mean, what are their hangups about life? What are their concerns? What are the anxieties they have? What are the goals that they have? Where do they together? They should be focusing on the positive outcome, the idealized outcome. They should be focused on that because that is going to get them there. So the work-life balance is something that they do need to work on together as well. I have a feeling that this would speed them to moving in together because the work-life balance is not there. I would be very careful about that. I would maintain separate residences for now. I wouldn't cohabitate just at the moment. They're both going to need space to retreat into their own little citadels, their Legion of Doom or Hall of Friends, depending on which side of that cartoon you like to watch. Because sometimes when we're working out the details of the relationship, it gets to be a bit too much when we're in the same room. So they really do need to focus on themselves as well as the relationship. They need to have a respite from the relationship. So we're shuffling these a little bit more. So don't jump into the house together. Don't buy something together. Just keep your own houses for now. You can hang out every day, every other day, every weekend, and then go to your separate corners. So what else do they need to know? Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it, because over socialization and being out and about, people see you having a good thing, they sometimes want to interfere with it. That is something that we see in everyday life. This isn't just celebrity life. Everyday life, you'll see it. Gregopedia, what do you say all the time? As soon as you separate one from the herd, everybody else comes in and tries to snatch it away.
Yep.
Yes. So Gregopedia said that. That did not happen with me, though. When he separated me from the herd, no one tried to snatch me away. I'm just saying. So
because my musk was too strong.
It's because Greg's musk was too strong, according to him. So those of you that are new subscribers or new viewers, Gregopedia is my know-it-all husband who has a wealth of knowledge about everything in the world. So you can ask him anything. I often ask him to fact check me. Sometimes he fact checks me without even me asking. So
If I don't know the answer, I'll just make it up.
he said if he doesn't know the answer, he'll just make it up. So we got to be careful with this one. So watch out for the socializing, Selena and Benny. People are going to try and separate you from each other, not purposefully, like try and break you up, but there's going to be influences there that are going to create situations, perhaps like the one we saw last night, where there's a little bit of a tiff and we're still waiting for someone to get coffee in bed. What else do they need to know? Raven wants coffee in bed. They need to maintain the sense of playfulness and childlike fun. That is what is fueling their relationship. Staying in that youthful, having a great time right now. I did say that they need to decide who's going to take the lead on the relationship, but before that, they do need to make sure that there's fun involved. So Benny, plan fun trips, Magic Mountain, go on vacation, go to a little faraway place, a bed and breakfast someplace, for the weekend, where you can go hiking, where you can go in a kayak. I don't know. That kind of stuff. I mean, Gregopedia and I, our first date was we went to the gun club. That was fun. I don't know if that's your thing, but you can do something like that. So maintaining a sense of youthful enthusiasm is what is fueling the relationship. The fun aspect is fueling the relationship. So what else do they need to know? Keep the passion going, but also keep the logic going. And we're questing in this. Our Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords are both working together. The Knight of Wands is reacting, acting with a lot of passion, a lot of excitement. And the Knight of Swords is putting it together very logically. So it's a good mix. Overall, is this relationship going to stand the test of time? What they want. Yes, they want to have a forged relationship, a good thing going. What they need is they need to actively be pumping love into it. Not too hard. They're both very sweet, likable people. And what we get, please, we get the Fool. We get that childlike sense of adventure. We get them moving forward, but not committing to marriage just yet. I think this is going to be a great thing. I'm really, really enthusiastic for them. I hope they make it. looks like a good thing, looks like a pure, sentimental, fun relationship. I would like to be, someone like this at some point, when I was in I would have liked to be. I am living that. I'm living that with Gregopedia right now. Thank goodness he left the room because it sounded like I was saying that I wasn't. But anyway, I think this looks really good for them. Let me know what you think down below. Comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. My analytics are showing that only about 40% of my viewers are subscribed. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I would love to have you on board. I'm always looking for more subscribers. Likewise, we do have a new channel. I created a new channel with Thor Sandalwood, Rick Paul, the medium, Tarot Destiny, Rob Akampora from the A Game with Rob Akampora, and one of my students, Tarot and Pause. We have a tarot medium psychic news channel called the Psychic News Report, and we're going to be doing weekly reporting on there on Thursdays. We're going to have featurettes. It's really cool. We just started the channel last week. We are looking to grow our subscribers. We want to hit 1,000 within a couple of weeks, maybe a month. We want to get to 1,000. So please help us out over there and subscribe to that channel. We're going to be giving you lots of good content. In the meantime, if you would like to get a magical reading for yourself, please see the link in the description of this video. You can book a 1-hour session with me. You can book a 12-month reading with me. There's also a double trouble reading that you can get with a friend. You guys can meet up on the video platform and we can do a reading together for the two of you. There's special pricing for that. And also I do have a discounted reading. If any of you would like to get a reading with my students observing, it's a really great way for my students to see a professional reading in the wild and check out how I do things. At the end of the reading, you can ask them for some input if you're so inclined, but you don't have to. Typically, they are just in the background, just kind of watching how the reading goes. Also, I do have a new section of my Tarot 101 starting in June. It's a great course. It's live. We have my old students participate as well. There's lots of good information from the history of tarot. By the end of the class, you are able to provide readings for yourself, for your friends. You do all sorts of stuff. Tarot and Pause was one of my students. She has been exceptional, and I actually brought her on board with the Psychic News Report. So she is now a professional psychic with her own channel, Tarot and Pause. Go over and subscribe to her as well. And, we just have a great time with that. So I'd love to see some new students for the summer. It's a great time. It's about a 2-hour class. We do it once a week. You get homework in between. You get some live tutoring sessions with me, one-on-one, and you get to see professional readings. And if you're lucky, I may bring you on to the Fortune Cookie Tarot team. So I'm always looking for new people to come and work with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you had a great time with it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you all soon. We'll keep an eye